baseball over first that looked like a two-run double, but John Olerud took it away from him.
I really don't know what to say. I'm speechless. This was outstanding. You guys were great, and I'm just proud to be a part of it. Thank you.
This must be a big deal. John's heartbeat got all the way up to 50 here when he was coming up to pick up the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's all said and done, injury sometimes will take its toll. From the day the season begins until the day it ends, as we said before, there are many, many ups and downs, but there are also players who are the signature of organizations. And this gentleman here has been the signature of this organization for a glorious decade plus. He pitched your first and your only no-hitter, and we're talking about right-hander Dave Stieb.
Thank you. What a day for this organization, what a day for Canada. And to be here 2 years after this team came into existence and to have done all that I had done with the help of many, many teammates over the years, and to see this organization strive for this day from day one since I've been here. And if it were not for all these tremendous athletes on this stage right now, I might have never been able to be a part of this. I wish my family could be here right now to share this with me. And this organization has grown. I think we have, as players, have grown, and you as fans have grown. And it's just so much growth, and it's so tremendous a day right now to experience this, to ride in that car, to see these people out on the streets. The support is tremendous, and I thank each and every one of you for the support you've given me over the last couple of years when I've been down and out. And it's just been a great experience to see this kind of baseball the last 2 weeks. I couldn't be happier for everybody here. It's just been a great day, and I thank you all.
Thank you, Dave. Before I introduce this next ball player, I do want to highlight a ball player who's not here, because one of the reasons why this next man's base hit home run was so pivotal is because Derek Bell drew such an important walk just before him. I wish Derek were here to experience this, but he had a key walk in the playoffs against Oakland, and Roberto Alomar homered to help win that game. And then he drew a walk with one out in Game 2 of the World Series. And this next gentleman really had the pivotal at-bat to turn the entire World Series around. I thought Kirk Gibson had a big home run in the World Series in 1988, but I saw it topped by this young man who hit a two-run home run off Jeff Reardon to beat Atlanta, Ed Sprague.
Thank you. This is what it's all about right here. Take all the money away, take all the fame, fortune. We play for that thing right over there. Everybody in here will tell you that. Throw all the numbers out the window. Winning's everything, and we did it. Number one right here.
Tell you a little story about the aftermath of the ball game the other night. This guy told me that, he says, when I was a kid, I used to fantasize and dream that it would be the last game of the World Series. I would be on the hill, and the ball would be hit to me, and I would be responsible for the final out and winning a World Series. And I'll be darned if it didn't come true for Mike Timlin. Right here, Mike.
My heart's beating just as fast as it was when I was standing on the hill. First of all, I'd like to thank God just to let me be associated with all these guys out here and bringing my beautiful fiance to me. Another good part, we're all celebrating up here, but it's her birthday today, so I'm proud of her about that. I'm just happy that all you guys supported us through the whole year. You guys are the best. And I'm glad Otis Nixon bunted and it came to me and I got to throw it to that man right over there smiling real big. Thanks for all the support, and we're #1 this year right there.
Thank you, Mike. I think the concentration has rightfully been on the months of September and October. But this next young pitcher who had some arm problems this year, I remember in April and May, started out 4-0, and those were 4 wins that helped the Blue Jays win a World Series. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice hand for young pitcher Pat Henkin.
This has just been a great moment for me. It's just an honor to be up here and to play with these guys like Dave Winfield. I mean, just Hall of Famer. I'd like to thank the organization, all the fans, my fiancée Darlene, and it's just such an honor for me to be up here. I met some really nice guys and got some real good friends. Thank you.
Jerry was mentioning earlier about Derek Bell not being here today, and also probably conspicuous by their, easy for you to say, Tom, their absence are Rance Mullenix, who had to get back to Texas because of very serious illness in the family, and Dwayne Ward, who is winging toward Tokyo at this hour to go over on a tour with some major league players over there. We know that you would like to have seen them up here. I know that as things have evolved, they would love to have been here. This young man is here, and he probably represents future championships for this organization. Third baseman Tom Quinlan. Tommy, come on up.
I'd just like to thank the organization for, calling me up in late August and have the great opportunity to play with these guys. And when I did get called up, though, all I heard about was how the fans in Toronto were very quiet, didn't cheer very loud. But you've proved everybody wrong. You're the greatest fans in the world.
Thank you, Tom. This next left-handed pitcher, I can vividly recall when I first saw him pitch in a Blue Jays uniform. It was back at Exhibition Stadium in a Pearson Cup game against Montreal. At that time, he was in the minor leagues. He was recovering from a number of injuries and surgeries. And then what I remember most after that was the last game of the World Series when Otis Nixon was at first base, 5 for 5, stealing bases. And this gentleman tied him up in knots to the point when he finally tried to steal second, Pat Borders threw him out. And the reason for it, the reason that Pat was able to throw him out was because David Wells wouldn't let him steal second base. David Wells, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to thank each and every one of these fans out here. I, early in the year, doubted you guys, said some things in the papers I shouldn't have said. And you guys proved me wrong in the biggest way. And for me, I apologize in a big way because you guys are the greatest in the world. I also like to thank the organization, Cito, and the rest of the guys for giving me an opportunity to pitch in a World Series, and most of all, my wife, who gave birth to my 8-month-old son earlier than year. And he's up there somewhere waving at you guys. So thank you very much, and hope we can bring one back next year. Thank you.
I'm going to ask these next two gentlemen to come up in tandem if they might. We'll get them both up to say hello. We're talking about the medical corps for this team, and you hear about some of the injuries. A lot of these guys play with injuries that you never hear about. And the next two gentlemen are entrusted with keeping them game ready as much as possible. Our head trainer, Tommy Craig, and assistant trainer, Brent Andrews. Gentlemen, come on up. They said that there are no Canadians on the Blue Jays team this year. Well, I submit to you that Mr. Andrews here is from Calgary. Great season, huh?
Outstanding. And we had a lot of injuries over the last 2 years, but I think we're feeling about as good as we felt in a long time today.
Well, we got a lot of time to get well now. Tommy Craig, I'll translate for you, Tommy. Tommy comes from down in North Carolina, kind of talks like this. What a great season, huh?